Hello, guys. So, welcome back to the live session. This is Sunday, the 26th of September, 2021. Another live session, the usual weekend session. So, in this session, we're going to talk about the current situation in the UK and what is the job market looks like here. Obviously, it's Brexit's happened, and now the recovery after the COVID situation. Now, everything back live as well. So we're going to discuss about what the current situation, especially for the job market, is, whether that's a temporary sort of the short term job market, like the part time jobs, and the full time full time job as well, like professional jobs. So we're going to talk about those ones as well. But before that, just wanted to add, I'm not a immigration officer or lawyer, so everything I'm sharing here is based on my personal experience and obviously the current situation from the news as well, from the different websites. That's all I'm going to share here. If you got any questions about immigration to the UK or study in the UK, your career sort of progression, your career counseling, do show you send the message in the live chat there as well. I'll come back to those live messages there as well. In addition, I'm gonna add the WhatsApp number where you can call as well on that WhatsApp number. And excuse, actually, I need to pick up. Actually, my number is actually on a charge. Let me pick up the. I'll put you on hold just for a second. Let me bring up. Take my mobile number from mobile from the charges. So I'll back you in a sec. I do apologize for that. But yeah, so the number is back here. So you can call that number as well. Just share your questions. And I would love to talk to you guys as well. It's a pleasure always to talk to you guys. And Anuj, you're always the top one, top man. So I'm very well, Anuj. I'm very well. Thank you very much. You're always there, whether it's us on the YouTube or you on my LinkedIn as well. Actually, yeah, thanks for getting in touch there as well. So, guys, I mean, you if you don't know, I'm on LinkedIn, quite active there as well. So it's not just YouTube, so you can follow me there on the LinkedIn as well. And generally, I add the link in my videos as well. And you can raise your question. It's not just this session, so throughout the week as well, you can raise any questions you might have, and I will try my best, obviously, to pass on and share the information, whatever you need from my end. But all I need is basically just to know you as well more. If you message more, obviously I will get more, basically personal level as well. Like Anuj, I know Anuj from long time. Actually, he's been quite active on my channel as well as on my LinkedIn as well. So I know Anuj. I've spoken to him as well. So similarly, what I need from yourself, if you want to get in touch with me, basically for any purpose, career progression or life in the UK, how to basically tailor your life here in the UK. Certainly, I can provide that service for free. Obviously, I'm not going to charge you for anything. The sole purpose is because I've gone through this process myself already, and the sole purpose is I don't want to get other person. I mean, they're new to the new country basically, and they get into the same situation where I've gone through already. And all you need here in the UK is a bit of a direction, and that's all I can provide here. Actually, a bit of a direction, and once you are on the line, basically, so you can achieve your ultimate goals here. But just going back to the current situation in the UK, so obviously, if you are interested to come into the UK, you should follow the news. I mean, generally, I do follow the BBC News, and you would be aware what the current situation here is. I mean, like there's no drivers, there's a shortage of food, there's shortage of fuels, and in fact, yeah, yesterday, generally the fuel. I mean, like the car fuel. I mean, generally that would take 5 minutes, and yesterday it took more than an hour just to get the fuel in the car. And the situation is because of the Brexit. Most of the lorry drivers actually they have been due to the Brexit, they can't come to the UK without a visa, and that's the main reason actually we got a shortage. Not just that in the drivers, but obviously throughout the UK as well. The situation is pretty much the same. Every shop you go there, so everyone literally just advertise, yeah, the shortage. Actually, everyone is looking for the job. Actually, any employee there, whether it's a short term, like I mean the part-time jobs or the full-time jobs as well. Actually, if I talk from the construction industry as well, exact it is the same for construction industry as well. If I say, like I mean, previously I would receive one email or two emails about the job opportunities, and nowadays it's actually on a daily basis I'm receiving emails, calls from different recruitment agencies for the jobs. I mean, there's so much, yeah, demand actually for everyone. So whether it's a short term, the part time jobs, or is a full time, basically the professional jobs as well. So currently is the best time actually to come to the UK. I mean, if you are planned already, I mean, to come for this September session, I would say that you are in the best sort of, yeah, driver's seat actually. So you won't be disappointed. You will be here in good hands, whether that's a part time jobs or full time jobs as well. And that's what I wanted to share. Basically, the what I can see actually the current situation here in the UK is not going to settle in short term anyway, because of the Brexit, because of the recovery from the COVID. So it's going to take quite a long time actually. But how to, yeah, how the dust is going to settle in. So I would say September now is the best session. Obviously, January will count as the best session as well. I said, I mean, it's not going to finish here quite soon, so it's going to carry on. So whoever is coming here to the UK in this September session, I'm sure you will find quite easily to find the jobs around. Also, I just wanted to add here as well that there's been lots of requests about the references. Obviously, when you come here to find a job, especially the professional jobs, you will require to provide the references, yeah, in your application. I mean, generally that goes a step back. Basically, when you apply for a job, you send your CV. After that, they will ask for the references. So generally, I do get questions about whether I can provide you the references. Obviously, the people I know personally, obviously my subscriber, I mean, they get in touch with me for quite a long time. Definitely, I know their background a bit of it, so it's quite easy for me. I mean, to get references and for such people. And in fact, yeah. Recently, I did provide a few references already to the my subscriber, and in fact, yeah, they were my subscriber. And the good news is that they did found a job. And in fact, yeah, the references does have quite a lot actually. I did a recent poll on my LinkedIn profile about like what is important to get a job in the UK. So the options are provided that is it a references, is it skills, or is it hard work, or is it bribe. So I give four options, and in fact, yeah, the results come back basically with 56% consider that references is the main thing, yeah, what you need actually to achieve a job in the UK. Obviously, the second one was the skills. I mean, what you need, 34%. So in fact, 85%. All you need is your skills plus the references goes on the top basically. So you need a really positive references to get a job in the UK, and I'm willing to give my reference basically to anyone, my subscribers here. But obviously, what I need from yourself as well, I need to know you from personally. Obviously, I can't give the false references for anyone. I need to be within the law as well. So if you need a reference, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, you do comment and the relevant questions. Obviously, that's where I get yourself know basically who you are and what your background is and what's your knowledge. So that's where I get to know yourself. So make sure, if you need a reference, obviously that will be definitely on your cards as well going forward. If you are studying here, when you apply for the job, you will need the references. And that, as said, I mean, like, yeah, currently I have provided a few references already, and that has a really a positive impact on your application, on your profile. And it's gonna help you ultimately. But all I need to understand your profile, your background, and for that you need to make sure you comment on my videos and just ask the relevant question wherever, so I can help you and then I can understand you personally, and that's where I can provide you my reference there as well. So that's all I wanted to share actually. If you need my help, it's all free. I'm not charging you for anything. Obviously, the reason I'm providing these references, because I've been privileged. It's my pleasure actually. What I've gone through my career here, I'm privileged actually. I had the elders, actually my seniors. They provided the similar sort of, yeah, positive responses, references for myself as well in my career. So I want to pass on that legacy to yourselves as well. So it's no charge, nothing at all. All I need is to know yourself personally and to make sure I provide the legit and the according to the laws, actually the references what they required, the employer. So let's go back to the questions. I said, the questions you can ask in the live chat as well as, yeah, you can call that number as well, which I shared on the top there. So you can call that number as well, so we can discuss, and I would love to hear your voices as well. Obviously, whoever calls, so that will take the priority. If you call me on that number which I've added, that will take the priority, so I can take that question before. Right. So let's see who's on the call. So Anuj, thank you very much. Yeah, I said, I mean, Anuj is one of my early sort of subscriber, and I know Anuj from very sort of long time. He's been actually very active. He's respond actually very active, asking the relevant questions. And obviously, I've spoke to Anuj as well personally, and I'm sure Anuj, if the time comes, I mean, where you need references, as said, I mean, you are one of my on my list. Actually, I won't hesitate to provide you the references if you need one. But as said, I mean, the other guys, I mean, all the other subscriber, if you are interested actually going forward in your career, make sure you make that link not just with me, but to other professionals as well, because you will need them ultimately down the line somehow. So who's on the call? So right, DJ Patel, DJ Patel. I'm civil engineer, sir. Please give me some information. I don't know, brother, what information exactly you're after. Obviously, I can't start from the sort of the courses. I don't know where you want me to start. If I start, so that's going to take the whole lot. If you be specific about your question, what exactly you need, is it about the information about the admission, or is it about the job relating? So just clarify your question, please. The next question is from Satya SP. I'm graduating this month end, and my existing student visa is till January 2022. Can I apply for PSW in December 2020? Till the time I'm try for sponsorship, and if not, I can apply for PSW. Please advise. Brother, just a rewind basically what you need for PSW. So PSW is a really straightforward case. I said, I mean, in my previous videos as well, all you need is your course completion as per your case letter. So as long you complete your course, that's all you need. So obviously, if your visa is valid until Jan 2022, you got really the long sort of span there. It's completely up to yourself when you're going to apply. Obviously, the only sort of a requirement is completion of course. So whether you just apply in January as well, it doesn't harm you at all. Basically, it's completely up to yourself. But that is a good choice there as well. If you can find a sponsorship, so you can go straight into the tier 2 rather than going to the PSW sort of stage. So that is a good approach there. Definitely, there's no sort of restriction in that. You can go whatever. I said, just before expiry of your existing visa, you can apply anytime, yeah, to the PSW. So there's no restriction on that. The next question is from Uday Verma. Anuj, my mobile is off. Is it okay? I didn't realize. Let me see. Are you sure my mobile is off, or I'm not sure, brother. I have my mobile here, so I'm still here. Just try. Uh, I'm sure, yeah, the number is correct as well, Anuj. So the next question is from Uday Verma. What can be the starting salaries for civil engineer in the UK? Starting salary, brother, if I talk from like permanent jobs, like a professional job, obviously the range goes between, I would say, from 20 to 23,000 per £1,000 per year. So generally we call it in per year sort of, yeah, situation. So you will get up to £23,000 per year. But obviously this is a gross salary, so you need to account for your taxes as well. And now you need to pay a national insurance 9%, 20% tax as well. So end of the day, you only gonna get about, yeah, basically you knock off that 30% of your salary, so 70% approximately, that's what you're going to get net in your bank. So make sure you consider these taxes and NI as well. So approximately 23,000, but this is the permanent sort of salary. Obviously when you get experience, I'm sure you can switch over to other streams, like, yeah, going into the contracting side, and that's going to benefit in terms of the salary. But as said previously as well, actually, about the salary, this is quite common. Actually, I would say if you stay in the permanent sort of role, the salary is not up to the scratch. Obviously, if I compare with the US, with the Australia, the UK salaries are really low compared to the other countries. But obviously, you need to consider the lifestyle there as well. Obviously, it's completely different sort of, yeah, lifestyle in Australia, in the US as well. You're going to spend quite a lot of basically expenses there as well. So end of the day, I suppose, I mean, you will end up in the same, yeah, what you're going to save. But in terms of salary for the permanent staff, I'm sure it's not good. If you stay for rest of your life in a permanent sort of, yeah, situation, in permanent roles, it would be really hard situation, because I gone through those process myself personally. I was permanent employee for about 10 years, and basically, yeah, I can give you guarantee you're not going to be satisfied with your salary at all. And that's where I switched over to the contracting sort of side, and that's where I realized that there's more room. Actually, you can earn a lot more basically in the contracting side rather than going into the permanent. But obviously, I don't encourage you straight away to go into the contracting side, because you need to get that sort of experience, which is going to come from the permanent job. Because as a contractor, you're not going to get any sort of exposure or experience. It's like as if you are on a daily wage. Basically, that's how it works. So they won't train you. The employer won't train you at all. So as a starting sort of, yeah, your career, obviously that you have to start as a permanent employee, and then you can switch with the experience, you can switch over to the contracting side. So I can provide you more guidance on contracting if you're interested in. But yeah, as a graduates, obviously you need to start and looking at that basically. The next question is from Satya. uh, I'm graduating as MSc Structural Engineering. What is the scope of startup visa in terms of structural engineering? Please suggest the cost of endorsing bodies. Brother, if I'm honest, startup visa, I don't know. If I'm really honest, uh, uh, I haven't looked at myself. Basically, you can look at the information on the gov.uk sort of website. Yeah, what the startup visa sort of, yeah, requirements are. And obviously, I mean, that the gov.uk website can give you all the information about the cost as well, how much that's going to cost you. But in terms of I don't know the status scope, because I haven't gone through that sort of process. I mean, changing my visa to a startup. So I always remain basically from student. I change personally myself to work permit, and basically the tier two sort of, yeah, similar. It was in the past it was work permit, but now it's called the tier two or skilled worker visa. So I've gone from that sort of perspective. So I have absolutely no idea, but I'm sure the gov.uk website will provide you more information about the startup visa, as well as, yeah, the cost there as well. So I would highly encourage you, yeah, just to have a look basically on the gov.uk website. Anuj, I need to check actually what's wrong with my WhatsApp actually. So I'm not sure why is not working. Guys, can you also confirm the other guys as well, whether that's the problem from my end, or is it just Anuj is struggling? Uh, Right, the next question is from Uday Verma. After graduating MSc, startingly, can we earn 40k to 80k per annum average? No, not at all, brother. In fact, yeah, 80k is just a dream. 80k per annum, that's a dream. Even the director level, if I talk basically the director level, they earn around, yeah, 70, basically 7 to 80k. They are in that range. So you're only dreaming for that, yeah, for the graduate. So that's the completely sort of, yeah, dream basically for yourself. As said, I mean, starting doesn't matter whether you are MSc or you are BSc, starting salary will be exactly the same. So if you got no experience at the skill level, skill is actually that's what counts basically. If you got skills already, some a bit of experience, that's going to count towards your salary as well. But if you got no experience at all, then basically that's where MSc or BSc doesn't matter. Basically, it's completely the same playground. Basically, for both BSc MSc, you're going to start exactly at the same level. But obviously, MSc does help in the long run. If your MSc is affiliated with the JBM, basically the IC, I/T, you go into the straight into the affiliation with those institutions. That's going to enhance your profile a lot more than BSc for sure. But in terms of the starting salary, well, they were that's a dream actually. 80k. I wish, yeah, we had that as well at the graduate level, but that's a no actually. Starting salary is about 23. I would say the maximum you can get per year. Anwar Ali, how are you? I'm very well, brother. Thank you very much for asking. Ahmed Afzal, hi sir. I'm good at technical analysis part, but I have confusion in choosing course, either in structural engineering or civil engineering in master course. Uh, Brother, obviously, I mean, if you are good at technical analysis, that mean you're good at sort of structure analysis. That's what you meant by that. So if you have interest in that, so I would ask you to go into the structure engineering sort of field. Obviously, civil engineering is quite a generic sort of field. So you can basically go into the civil engineering, you will actually academically, yeah, you will learn about the management, sustainability, the water industry, the railway industry, you may be a highway industry. So it will be a mix of, yeah, sort of a generic MSc there. And obviously, if you can't figure out yourself here what your aspirations are, where you want to end up yourself in the future, that's where generally I say go choose the civil engineering in that perspective. But if you know your sort of niche, that you are good at technical sort of analysis, that means you are more, yeah, lean towards the structural engineering. That will be my sort of analysis. But for all the other guys, I mean, if they can't figure out exactly what your strengths are at this stage, obviously if you're applying for MSc, I would highly encourage, I mean, just to go choose the MSc in civil engineering. As said, I mean, you will be taught about the management as well as the technical, non-technical sort of side as well. And then when it comes to the career sort of, yeah, applying for the jobs, you can choose any of those ones. Basically, you can go into the management or the technical or even the contracting side as well. Actually, contractual, like project management management sort of side as well. So that's generally my sort of, yeah, obviously from experience, what I can see, that's how the market works as well, basically. So obviously, first thing first, you need to identify. I mean, it's always good if you know your strengths, so you can enhance that in your MSc as well. So that's always a positive there. But in unfortunate circumstances, if you're still confused about, yeah, different, whether, yeah, I'm good at this one or I'm good at that one, and you can't choose, obviously there's lots of MSc, yeah, in different sort of, yeah, scope that they're available. If you can't make up your mind, I would say MSc Civil Engineering is the best in that case. I hope this helps, brother. The next question is from Hari Krishna. What about project management for experienced civil engineers? Brother, experienced civil engineers will always work good, actually. So all you need is your skills. If you have experience, so it's complete. Obviously, generally, I would say if you got experience in the management side, so that will really help, actually, if you do MSc in project management. In fact, yeah, that's going to help you with your course was everything, because you already got experience in your bag, and that's where it's going to help you. But if you go, like, I mean, civil engineering experience, like a technical sort of side, like you've been doing the design side, so I would say not really there. I mean, well, whether you're going to utilize your project management, yeah, in that sort of sense, because it's I said the situation, actually the jobs are so isolated here that you will be specific, either your project manager or you are a technical sort of, yeah, basically staff there. So you will be as a designer engineer, or you will be as a manager, yeah, basically. So that's how you define it. You can't go like doing everything yourself, so you can't be like a project manager as well as a designer. So you need to split, basically. Generally, I would say if you got experience in the management side, and so that is the best choice, actually, to go for project management in that case. The next question from ARG Raghav. I joined as a construction trainee for a US company, but I'm working from India, work from home. Good. Will it help for my future to come abroad? Absolutely, brother. That's gonna help. Absolutely. Any experience, it doesn't matter whether you are in India, you're anywhere in the world. So all the experience, the skills you are gaining from any sort of, yeah, whether it's just a traineeship or is a experience with any company, that's certainly is going to help in the long run. And you're going to add up this to your masters as well. Obviously, the experience you're getting, if you want to apply for the master course, obviously you can utilize. And that's where I said, I mean, like, you are in the construction industry now, so the best will be, I mean, to go into the construction project management sort of course. Or if you want to go the technical side of there, or even health and safety, you want to go health and safety in the construction project management, you can choose the MSc in relevant sort of, yeah, subject as well. And that's going to give you an edge, basically, over your peer, because you already got the experience and you already have the knowledge, the side knowledge. You can utilize that in your academic as well when it comes to, yeah, basically MSc course. Next question, and really big fan, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of you as well, Anwar Ali. Satya SB, I have 10 years experience as structure design engineer in India 7 and Singapore 3 years, and completed my course in MSc here in the UK. Still, I couldn't find sponsorship jobs. Right, carries on. All major companies like Mott McDonald, Atkins, Acom don't even ready to interview me. Got rejected in screening itself. Not sure what I miss here. Please advise. Brother, it's looking at your profile, it's really unfortunate with 10 years experience, and you got like a 3 years overseas, like, yeah, in Singapore, even India. I'm sure lots of Indian, like, I mean, all these companies you mentioned, Mott McDonald's, Acom, Atkins, they all exist in India as well. So even if you are part of, you got experience in India, they still work for the same sort of projects here in the UK as well. So this is really unfortunate sort of, yeah, what I can see in your profile. Maybe because I don't know the background actually where things is getting wrong there for yourself. Basically, it's unfortunate, but maybe you are not following the requirements what the employers needs actually. So the first thing and for most important thing is for the screening, because your CV need to be really on the top notch, brother, because CV is the first point of contact for between your employer and yourself. So as long you have, like, I mean, you got 10 years experience, as long your CV is not up to the top notch, no one is going to look at your CV, and that's where it not get to the next stage, like interview stage. So this is really important. I mean, CV needs to be brushed up, and I'm sure I did share my CV as well. I mean, it's not like a brainer there. Basically, I'm not saying yeah my CV is the best, but at least yeah that would give you some hint. Actually, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, that would give you a bit of a hint basically what the employers are looking for here in the UK. Obviously, this is the UK job market, so what exactly they need, what you need to actually mention in your CV. If you look at my LinkedIn profile, I would suggest you have a look there how I presented my experience there, my achievements there. If you tell us similar, I mean that would be like, I mean, the UK format there, and I'm sure that's going to help you. That is the first stage. So I believe you are failing at that stage. Actually, you're not getting into the next stage, which is the interview stage, which is completely a different sort of ball game. Basically, once you get to the interview stage, everything depends how you perform in the interview. So obviously, if you got 10 years experience, you are applying for your relevant sort of experience job. I'm sure yeah you can answer, I mean, the technical non-technical sort of questions there. But I believe the failure, what I can see, yeah, you at the screening sort of yeah uh, a screening sort of yeah stage. So I'm sure your CV doesn't seem appropriate. I mean, that might be the reason. Obviously, I don't know about the background. If you just basically basically you can join the WhatsApp group there as well. You can explain a bit more actually what the problem is actually. If I go a bit more sort of yeah knowledge about yourself, why you getting rejection, so I can advise you further. But I can see CV must be at the top notch basically to get noticed from the employer. Next question is from Athira R. Anil. What job we get after MSc in civil? So as a civil engineer, obviously, I mean, if you are civil, you should expect civil engineering. I won't expect anything in like as a doctor or any sort of yeah NHS sort of other fields. So you will be a civil engineer, but obviously, if you got no experience and you do MSc, you still start with a graduate civil engineer sort of role, which is like a fresher job. So no experience, so you will be treated as a graduate, a civil engineer. Again, I mean, civil engineering, there's a vast different sort of yeah roles you can apply. So you can go with the graduate civil engineering, graduate project manager. You can go into the environmental side as well, a graduate environmental engineer. You can go into the water industry as well. It all depends actually on your interest or what you study at your modules as well. Obviously, that will give you a bit more fresh ideas basically, whether you're interested into the water industry, railway industry, highway industry, or you in the building industry. So there's so many different variations actually in civil engineering. So it completely depends on your mood actually, where you want to divert yourself in your future. That's where you're going to get into the civil engineering basically. Everyone, whether it's a railway, is a highway, is a water industry, you will be called civil engineer. So that's where you're going to start. Ahmed Afzal, thank you, brother. I- Is it possible to get into the structure side after MSc in civil engineering? Yes, there is no harm, or there's no restriction at all, brother. But actually, I would that's where I started off as well basically. If you're interested in structural engineering, why would you do civil engineering? That's what I can't make up my mind. So that's where I said you need to assess yourself, because I don't want you to waste the whole MSc for yourself. MSc is really really good sort of yeah the sort of the course here is completely sort of research based, and you would know quite a lot of knowledge actually actually gain from these MSc. So that's where it's going to be. Based, if you're interested in structural engineering, I would say go into the structural engineering straight away in the MSc. You will learn quite a lot, and that needs to be applicable into your side field as well. That's where I generally say make sure you assess yourself from the very onset. But in terms of where the civil engineering can work in structural engineering, definitely you can work. From my experience, I'm a structural engineer, so I did MSc in structural engineering, but I'm in the civil engineering industry. So obviously, so I'm switching myself. I can do the management job as well. So I'm managing, yeah, my staff as well. So I'm covering basically civil, structure, as well as management. So you can switch over, yeah, between the different roles. There's no restrictions at all. The next question is from Uday Verma. Is this present situation, can we get a job, sir, after graduating in the UK? Brother, I started off this video actually, the current situation in the UK. It's really good actually. I would say the ideal situation, especially for the job seekers. Because if I talk yesterday, I went out actually to actually fuel my car, and it took me 1 hour to get to fuel actually. And the reason being, there's no staff actually, especially the HGV driver. There's no staff there to deliver the fuel, and it's the crisis is going on actually. There's no employers, yeah, available actually. And it's partly because of the Brexit, as well as due to recovery from the COVID situation. So every shop actually, what I can see actually, they're advertising the part-time jobs as well as full-time jobs. So I started this video actually from the same sort of theme, that this is the best time actually to get into the job market. So I'm sure you won't be disappointed in current situation. uh, Anuj, sir, your mobile internet is off as it's showing calling as of not ringing. uh, um you are absolutely right. Yeah, that is absolutely right, Anuj. I'm very, very sorry. I should apologize for that as well, because it was on the charge and somehow it was go on the flight mode. So I'll literally change that, Anuj, for yourself. I need to talk to yourself now. Even if you can't get me now, I will call you back, Anuj. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's on now, and I can see lots of missed calls there. My apologies, guys. Try the number now, which I've added right on the top, basically, and I want to talk to yourself, guys. Okay, let's move on. Muhammad Farooq Aslam, sir, I'm complete BSc Civil Engineering and Technology in Pakistan, sir. क्या मुझको यूके में जॉब मिल सकती है, please guide me, sir. Brother, without experience, I'm sure, yeah, that there is no sort of, yeah, chance, I should say, unfortunately. uh what's wrong, man? You can say your name, man. You're live, you're live there. Hmm? What's your name? So guys, this is my these are my kids. Oh, it's Sunday, but this is for yourself, guys. So let's take this call first. Hello, brother. You're live with JK. Can I take your name and your questions, please?
Sir Anuj, how are you, sir?
Anuj, first of all, yeah, my apologies. Yeah, you were right. Actually, it was on flight mode. Actually, yeah, you were right. I couldn't make it work. So thank you very much for calling. Yeah, thanks for your patience. How can I help, Anuj?
Not an issue, sir. Sir, actually, you send me that link of Morphe company, but
Yes.
sir, that needs a full-time driving license.
Uh,
And can I apply through my international license?
brother, it's okay. Don't worry about this is additional sort of requirements. As you can apply. Don't basically, if there are these sort of, yeah, requirements, I would encourage you, just go application, go with it. Obviously, the foremost important part is, I mean, if you can fill up the gap, basically what they're looking for technically as engineer, if you can fulfill those requirements, that is the main sort of, yeah, requirements. The driving license, I'm sure it's not something which you can't do it in long term. You will achieve that as well. But yeah, this is what I would encourage you. I would encourage you, go for it.
Thank you, sir. And sir, next thought is that, sir, like I applied for graduate job in AECOM and
Hmm.
want to change something on the form. Can I?
Brother, I'm not sure whether that allows you to change, but you would receive the email from AECOM as well, that your the progress or acknowledgement of your application. I'm sure you would have received that
Yeah,
email.
yeah, yes, sir. I got that. And as of I also got a mail that I can set for the next stage, but I don't have my UK number and all. That's why I'm waiting for my CAS and Visa VFX so that I get my number and I can add it on.
No, actually that's fine. Anuj, just wait for the email. Generally, they will contact you via email. And if they ask you for the contact number, you can always basically over the phone, you can explain basically what your situation is. So don't worry too much about the contact number. And if that's the only sort of hurdle you're thinking about, they will contact you via email. I mean, that's the first point of contact, that they will ask you any question they might have. So that they will come through that process. And if they need to talk to you, and if you haven't got, I mean, if you're still in the India, you can provide them your India number. I mean, it's no harm at all.
And so, okay, all right, sir. Can you please tell me the process of how to give and take references, as I don't know anything about that?
Sorry, the what did you say? Expenses.
No, no, sir. Process of how to give and take references,
Ah,
references.
right, okay.
As of I don't know anything about that, sir.
Right, okay. I started off with the references actually. References actually, the company would require reference actually just to put you, like, I mean, someone who knows your background, like you work with them or from your university as well. So they would need someone who knows you for at least 2 to 3 years, so they have your background. Because the HR and the company, obviously they are hiring you, they don't have anything about yourself, just about all they have is your CV. So they need to have a check on your background, and that's where
Yeah, but
references
sir,
comes really handy.
how would company get to know that someone is referencing me?
No, they will ask you for references. That's where I started off actually. They will specifically ask for references. So you don't give them references straight away. There will be a situation where that they're gonna ask you for reference, give us your references. So that's where generally, I mean, for the graduates, it started off with the academic basically. So from the university, your main teacher that can give you references as well. So you need to make sure you are on top in your course as well, so you get a really positive reference from your teacher as well. That's really a positive. And also from your sort of, yeah, from other experience, like, I mean, if you got other colleagues, I mean, they are experienced in your field, they can give you references as well. That's where I started off actually. And Anuj, don't worry, I can give reference for yourself. Don't worry about that from my end.
Thank you, sir. And sir, one more thing, like I texted in morning that yesterday I got my cash, but there is some issue on that. University did not involve my scholarship on that. So I mailed them. Now I am waiting for their reply. So what should I do, sir, now? Because as I get, as it take some more time to get my revised cash.
Yeah, it will take a bit of a time, but I would say get in touch with the university as well. Make sure they are on board as well with your case. But the it's actually the it's a mistake from the university. They should have put all the scholarship on your case letter. Because yeah, they need to reissue the case letter now, because they need to make a change in that. So you can't apply. I would say, I would encourage you, don't apply for your visa until you get a new case letter. But obviously you need to inform, yeah, your tutor. If you got any contact, direct tutor contact, just let them know that you if you are late basically for your course, so they need to be on board as well. But yeah, as I said, just wait for the new case letter, brother.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anush. Thank you. Thanks for call.
Thank you, sir.
uh So that was Anuj, actually one of my really good subscriber, and I said Anuj has been following my videos and my content for quite a long time, and I had a chat with Anuj quite a number of times as well, actually, about his personal sort of situation. So if you need similar sort of references or guidance, make sure, I said, I mean, you can follow there's a WhatsApp groups as well in my videos. I'm generally in description, you can find them. You can follow there, you can join those groups, as well as the LinkedIn profile. You can join me there as well, you can ask your queries. And I said, I mean, this is for free, actually. I'm not charging you anything for it. So as long I can provide you the guidance, that's all it matters for me. Let's move on. So the next question is from, right, let's complete with Muhammad Farooq Aslam. Brother, you asked, you have completed engineering, basic engineering, but आपको job मिल सकती है, brother. Unfortunately, without experience, if you wanna try, you just gonna waste your time. Trust me, no one is gonna entertain you about your job, because if you wanna come on a job, sort of, the skilled worker visa situation, obviously it's called skilled worker visa. So as long you have the skills, you have experience, that's the only way you can come on that visa. Otherwise, it's not easy actually to get into the job market. And generally, I say to the more sort of interestees, I mean, the easier way to get into the job market actually with no experience is to come for MSc, and then you can get into the job market. Next question is from Anuj. My network here is good enough, but couldn't. Okay, we just spoke about that, Anuj. Thank you very much for your patience. Next question is from Athira R. Anil. Sir, I'm preparing to do MSc in UK next January intake. Should I take MSc in civil or any specific course like structure, project management, which is better now? Uh, I think I literally talk about this question, how you can choose your course. Obviously, if you don't know about your niche, what you are good at, basically in specific, like, I mean, if you are good at one of the core subjects like management or structure, obviously that would be your preference there. I mean, to go into that course. Otherwise, I mean, if you have no preferences, I would encourage you to go into the civil engineering, MSc civil engineering, where you can divert yourself to the different sort of field there from MSc civil engineering. Ahmed Afzal, okay, brother, it's really helpful for me. Thank you, Afzal, as well, for getting in touch. The next question is from KAAPI CAD. Hi, sir. I have seen many videos in your channel and comments where you suggest MSc civil engineering for postgraduate. But what I'm going to choose is construction project management in UEL. Okay. With industrial placement. So because I'm interested in management side, can I understand if we choose MSc civil engineering, there will be more opportunities? I need to become a project manager. Brother, you know your niche there. You are a born project manager, so obviously that's where I literally started off as well. Actually, from early, the question was from Athira. If you know your niche, you are a project manager. Definitely, that is your route. Actually, you need to go into the project management. I don't actually encourage those who knows their field, and again, I mean, someone tells them, or just forget about that field, that there's more scope in that one, and go switch actually your niche. I completely discourage this sort of situation. If you know your niche, I mean, what you're good at, you are a born project manager, definitely that's the way you should go for that one. So MSc civil engineering, I generally prefer for those who doesn't know actually where to go, actually what to choose, what the main sort of core subject to choose. So for yourself, definitely construction project management is your choice. Ode Masa, can you say how much your salary now? Right, Ode. Obviously, I'm doing the let me give you a bit of more sort of guidance about the salary. You are going really up to the scratch there, brother. It's not a secret actually in terms of the salary. So I've started off my career with £19,000 as a graduate bridge engineer. That's was back in 2006. So I moved to Atkins, and that was assistant engineer sort of role. So obviously, up from graduate, I moved to the assistant with Atkins. My salary moved to the £24,000 there, and I stayed with Atkins for about 7 years. But obviously, if you stay with the same company for number of years, the salary increment is quite low, between 2% to 3%. That's the general sort of range. Obviously, it depends on your performance as well. If you are really good, not like myself, if you're really good, so you can improve your salary quite good there as well. But my salary didn't improve considerably in the 7 years. Actually, by end of my career with Atkins, I was on the 30K at the time. So I had about 8 years experience, and I was getting only £30,000, because that was the time. Actually, I'm talking here back in 2014. That's where I departed from Atkins. From there on, actually, I switched over to my sort of, yeah, contractual sort of side. And here I'm gonna tell you, because in that 8 years I was able to get my chartership as well, and I had enough experience, actually, my management, my technical skills. So I moved to the contracting side from there on. And contracting was amazing, actually, for myself, because I knew my sort of, yeah, my sort of requirement, the technical, the project management. So I can choose basically what contract I can go with. So the initial contract I had with one of the company, I'm sure you are aware of Tata Steel. Back in the days, we had Tata Steel, and I started the contracting with them. I was on the £32 per hour sort of contracting sort of side, and that was good enough for me, actually, as a contractor with 8 years experience. That was my first switch, actually, from there on. And I started off with that one, and that would make me a lot more money than what I used to, actually, with Atkins. From there on, I moved my sort of different contracts from one contract to the other. And actually, in fact, and now I would say I earn basically £1 per minute. Actually, that is my salary currently in my current contract. So you can work out basically how much you can earn. So £1 per minute, that is my current salary. I hope, I mean, this helps you about the progression, actually, how much you can make in the UK. Obviously, as said earlier, I mean, if you stay in the permanent sort of situation, that gonna give not gonna give you much, basically, in terms of the salary. But if you switch over to contracting, so you can make a lot more money. So the next question is from KAAPI CAD. What are all the certification, license, and softwares can I learn while I'm studying there? I have 1 year experience in the QC in India as well. I want to know, is there any difference between CEM, PM, and CPM? Brother, very good question. Very detailed sort of, yeah, question there. I need to spend a bit of a time there, actually. In terms of, obviously, if you're going into the construction project management, please do watch a video about, yeah, softwares need for civil engineers in the UK on my YouTube channel. That's going to guide you basically what softwares do you need. If you can practice those softwares, that's going to really beneficial for yourself. I would say Primavera P6 would be the top sort of softwares if you can practice them. Obviously, the software, the other software, the MS Office softwares, the Excel, MS Word, and Outlook. I mean, these are generally used, yeah, throughout the industry as well. So these are the softwares you can learn. Also, I would encourage you the ICE website. I mean, do try ICE website. There's lots of information. There are lots of CPDs available there as well. You can start learning about the construction industry in the UK from there. There will be lots of videos and lectures available there as well, so you can watch your relevant experience, sort of, yeah, in construction project management. So you would understand, actually, how construction work, actually, in the UK. So it would be really useful startup for yourself. In terms of, yeah, you asked for the difference between CEM, PM, and CPM, right? So CEM, we call, actually, that this is the term we generally use in the railway industry. This is the contractor contractor engineering manager, actually, we call it, if I'm not wrong. CEM. Yes, contractor engineering management, and he's actually the top guy on a project. Basically, he's control of the whole project management, the technical side, the engineering sort of management. So he's like, I mean, if you got For instance, if you got a building sort of project, like a station building, so he will be responsible for civil department, structure department, MEP, sort of, yeah, electrical, the all the different departments that's going to work. So CEM will be responsible for that. He needs to manage all the engineering part, any interfaces, any issues. He's the one actually dealing with that. So that is really the top notch sort of, yeah, job designation. We generally call it CEM. PM is simply project manager. So obviously you will start your career with assistant project manager, and with experience you will move to the project management sort of, yeah, level. The next one, again, the difference between CM PM is PM is more involved with the commercial, the contractual side as well. CM is purely engineering, so the technical side. So he covers. CPMs is the, I believe that is the chartered project manager, CPM. And there is actually, uh, I generally not really sort of, yeah, don't look at the CPM, the chartered project manager. CPMI, I believe that there is actually the certified body, actually CPMI, where you can register yourself to get the certification. Let me, I'm on the, but I may be wrong. CPMI, my understanding is this is actually chartered project manager, which you can affiliate yourself with the different project management sort of affiliation there. But I may be wrong, because it doesn't rings the bell. It's so many acronyms there actually. It's just, yeah, confusing myself. But I suppose, I mean, you understood with CM and PM there. Ode Verma, thank you, sir, for your all guidance. I'm subscribed from a longer time. Ode, I do understand. Yeah, you are my subscriber for a long time. Yeah, I understand that. And you do raise comments on my videos as well. Yeah, I know you from a very long time. The next question is from Alam Rakesh. Hi, sir. Is it better to do master in civil engineering in English or Europe or Canada according to job market at current time? Brother, I can only talk from UK. So UK is the best. Obviously, I don't know about the Canada, Europe. Europe, I won't encourage you. In fact, yeah, because the sole reason is the language barrier. Obviously, if you know some of their language, like, I mean, French or any Spanish, so you can work basically in different sort of, yeah, European countries. Even in Canada as well, the French is quite common there as well. But yeah, in Canada, yeah, English is quite frequent there as well. But obviously I can only talk from UK perspective. UK, for from job perspective, I would say is really good in current situation. There's lots of opportunities available. In fact, yeah, the current PSW make it a lot more accessible, yeah, to everyone as well, to get into the job market. And I can see it's a good sort of future for civil engineers here in the UK. And you can earn basically lots of money if you are working like myself as a contractor. So I hope this helps, brother. I can't talk about Canada because I'm not been in Canada, and to be honest, I mean, I don't follow, yeah, Canada sort of news, so not really into that sort of market. Ahmed Afzal, put one video about your work experience and jobs you worked, brother. Brother, it's gonna take me a while actually, my work experience. But yeah, definitely I can see if I can work out, yeah, all my experience. As said, I mean, I started my career back in 2006 in the UK. So it's about, yeah, 15 16 years of experience, moving from one to another sort of companies. Also, for your information, I did work in the middle, basically in 2015 in the Middle East as well. So I got experience of Middle East as well. And in fact, that would be a good comparison between the Middle East and the UK as well, job market. But yeah, it's a good suggestion, brother. I will think about, yeah, that video. The next question is from Alam Rakesh. Is it possible to start construction company as an international student after gathering money and experience over a period of time? Is it possible to sustain the confidence? It's a very good question, brother. Right, as a student, we can ignore as a student, right? When you come here as a student, obviously you need to complete your studies, and then you switch from student to the next sort of, yeah, item, which is skilled worker visa. So once you are in skilled worker visa, or even the PSW, that's where you get the opportunity. Actually, you can start a construction company Obviously with the construction companies, it's a lot more sort of insurance, your experience, and obviously the health and safety comes along. But certainly you can register your personal sort of your company here. It's straightforward process, and in fact, yeah, that's where when I say that as a contractor, which I personally work as a contractor as well, so I have my personal company registered as well with the HMRC and with the company's house here in the UK. So I have registered my company as well here. It's a straightforward basically process here. Anyone can do it as long you are prepared for that sort of mindset, that you don't want to work into the employer's sort of the industry in the corporate section. You want to start your own business, I mean, as a contractor. So definitely there's no limit at all. And of course with the time you will get confidence as well. As said, I mean, when I started actually contracting, that was sort of, yeah, jumping in the river. Basically I had no idea at all basically where to start my company, how the actually the industry is gonna, yeah, cope, basically how I'm gonna cope in the industry. It was completely a new field for me myself as well. But now being in the contracting side for about 5 6 years, I'm quite confident actually. So with the time, with the experience, obviously there's ups and downs as well. You get, yeah, that confidence at all. But as long you have the right sort of approach, yeah, where you need to end up yourself into, that's what you need actually. But in terms of starting a company, there's no limitation at all. You can start a company as well. You can register your own company in the UK. The next question is from Prathmesh Savadekar. Sir, I have completed BE in civil engineering and have 6 months experience in metro project. Can I do MSc in CPM? Is there any benefit of 6 months job after MSc in the UK? Brother, in terms of getting into the CPM construction project management course, I'm sure because you got the BE civil engineering as well, so I'm sure you can get into the MSc sort of course. Obviously, you need to get in touch with the different university, but I don't see a reason why you can't get into the CPM. In terms of experience, definitely. I mean, the experience, no matter what experience you have, as long that are relevant to your core CPM and you're going to utilize in your future as well, that's going to help ultimately in the long term. The next question is from Santosh. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Santosh, I'm KAPP. Okay, brother. Okay, I got you now. My name is Santosh. Thank you for your guidance. CPM construction research. Yes, absolutely. CPM is you are a born project manager, brother. Yeah, go for it. The next question is from Alam Rakesh. After all the taxes and living expenses, is it possible to save a lot of money? I don't know. It depends what a lot of money refers to here, brother. So it just means that different to different people. For me, like I mean, £10,000 is a lot of money. For some, this is next to nothing. So it depends where where you're gonna say a lot of money. So what your limitations are. But in terms of, as said earlier, brother, taxes, living expenses, with the permanent jobs, as said earlier as well, if you go like, I mean, as a principal engineer level, which like, I mean, about 10 years experience, you go to the principal engineer level, your salary would be up to between 50 to 60,000 pound per year. And after taxes, obviously, don't forget, I mean, the taxes increases after I believe 40,000 plus. Your taxes increase, or is it 50,000? I may be slightly wrong here, but I believe the taxes increase to 33% or maybe 40% after that as well. So the taxes increase with your more salary there as well. So you need to account for those as well. So in permanent, I would say no, you can't save a lot of money. Even £10,000 won't be actually it's not possible, I would say, with your permanent sort of, yeah, salary. So you won't be possible for you to save that money. But in contracting, I'm sure, yeah, you can do that. Alam Rakesh, hi sir. I came from poor family, so I'm planning to do masters in civil engineering in Germany next year. Is it people to move from Europe to England after completing the masters, brother? Brother, it's very rare actually to move from, yeah, if you do masters from basically from one country, like especially the Europe, and they move to the UK. Obviously, in terms of movement to the UK, you will treat it exactly the same as you are moving from India, so it doesn't make a difference. You still have to qualify for the entrance into the UK, like skilled worker visa or any other sort of stream. You need to go through those streams. So it doesn't matter whether you are India or you are in Europe. So you still have to go through those process. Obviously, without experience, again, you would have no preference at all. Basically, you would be treated as if you have done your degree from India, basically. And with a graduate with no experience, you would be treated as if you got no experience, and you won't be entertained by the UK sort of, yeah, employers. So that's what actually that's what. So this very rare I've seen actually doing masters from basically overseas, from obviously if you are a member or you are actually national of those countries and you want to move permanent, you so there is a difference for them as well. Actually, you can come here on a visit basically, and you can see, assess the situation. That's a different scenario. But obviously, if you're not basically national of any of the European countries, so you will be treated exactly the same as if you're from Asian country. So there's no benefit I can see you can move here to the UK. But obviously, if you do masters there in Germany, Germany obviously pays a lot more actually to civil engineers as well. So you can, I'm sure if you perform well there, so there will be opportunities in Germany as well. But obviously, the main barrier will be your language. So as long you learn that language as well, so I'm sure you can settle in there in Germany as well. Air Air Jiragav pin WhatsApp groups. Uh, I don't know how to do that, brother. If you can, because I'm not good at these new technology at all. I'm old man. I'm old man, so I don't know. You need to spell it for me, basically how to do that as well. So I can help you from that. Let me see if I can. Web, I don't know, brother. Just tell me how to do it, so I'll do that way. Next question is from Sayed Omar Olad. In UK, which one gets lots of money, civil engineers or the doctors? Any information, brother? Doctor is the top man. Actually, they get a lot of money. Doctor, you can't compare engineers with the doctor in the UK. They got a lot of, yeah, money. The doctor, like, I mean, they go 2 3 times more than this engineers actually in the UK. Which one would you recommend? I'm now 18 years old. Obviously, I mean, you are 18. Obviously, you should choose now. You should be in a situation where you need to choose engineering or medical. So obviously, if you're interested in sort of biology and that sort of side, the doctorate sort of side, I would say, if you can basically avail the opportunity, the doctor, I would go with the doctorship. Obviously, you can learn a lot more money, but obviously it depends on your sort of, yeah, personal interest as well. For me personally, I choose, yeah, engineering myself. Actually, I had the same choice, like whether I can go into the medical or into the engineering. I chose to go into the engineering because for the doctors, they would always stick to their sort of, yeah, clinic there. But if that's what you like, for engineering, you always deal with the community there. So you build bridges, the buildings. I mean, that works within the community, and that is my driver, was that basically to help with the community, the whole sort of, yeah, environment, not just, yeah, to specific one patient. I mean, that was my analysis. I might be wrong, but this is how I chosen, yeah, to go into the engineering rather than, yeah, going to the medical. But in fact, yeah, in terms of the salary, definitely doctor is your choice. The next question is from Alam Rakesh. Is it a myth that a civil engineer earn more in Scandinavian countries like Norway? It's not a myth, brother. That's the truth actually. So Scandinavian yeah, countries, yeah, they do pay more civil engineers. But as said earlier as well, the language is the barrier. As long you can basically do your language, learn the language, then yeah, for sure, they pay more than rest of the Europe. That's true. It's not a myth. Next question is, Uday Verma, is Middlesbrough is good place to study? sir, when we graduating? Brother, don't restrict to yourself to only Middlesbrough. When you graduate, you have to move out. Basically, the whole sort of UK, I should say, is smaller than one state of India. Basically, if you just consider one state of India, I mean that's how the size of the whole UK is. So after graduating, obviously you will be looking on the job portals, the jobs wherever the job is, whether it's in south, in London, or is it in the north, in the Scotland. You need to apply for all the jobs there, and you need to make sure you just apply for them. And when the time comes, you need to just pack up and get your bags and move on. Basically, that's how it works. In fact, yeah, that's how I moved from one city to the others as well. For myself personally as well, actually I moved from I started my sort of masters in Manchester. I moved to York for job, and then I moved to Birmingham for another job, and from Birmingham I moved to Swindon. So obviously it depends, yeah, where my job is. I have to pack up and just move over there. That's exactly what you need to do as well. Obviously, don't restrict yourself too much to one place. Just move around, and you will enjoy, I'm sure, yeah, in different parts of the UK. So with that note, it looks like, yeah, I've covered most of the questions there. I hope this was a useful session. I really sort of, yeah, enjoy your sort of, yeah, participation here. At the end, yeah, I would just like to thank, yeah, all the permanent sort of, yeah, staff here, actually subscribers here. Thank you very much, guys. It's all because of yourself, actually, your interest. I'm push myself here to this limit. Like, I mean, you've seen my kids were around because today is Sunday and this is my family day, but I do get basically an hour or so out for yourself as well, to make sure I get engaged with yourself with any of the question you might have, so I can resolve those for yourselves as well. So I said, if you need a reference, need any help, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you actually comment on the videos as well, because that's where I do respond during the week as well. And also my LinkedIn profile, if you want to get in touch with me, any questions there. But obviously, the WhatsApp groups are important as well, actually, especially that there are lots of, yeah, similar minded sort of bunch of people there as well. And even if I can't respond straight away, there are lots of, yeah, basically competent sort of, yeah, the staff there as well. Actually, they are helping each other there. So I'm sure you're going to benefit there as well. So with that note, um, okay, last question, Alam Rakesh. Do you think our nations, India and Pakistan, will defeat the world superpower in terms of technology? Brother, I would say, I mean, what I can see, I would say simply no. If that is my honest answer. Obviously, it all depends from the system, actually. If you, obviously, I can compare now, because my background is Pakistan, so I can compare the two systems, how system work in Pakistan, the laws work in Pakistan, and I can compare now the UK is not big on technology sort of terms, but even if I compare with the UK, I can see that there is still a huge difference between the system, the laws, I mean the implementation, and actually the mindset, actually the general public mindset. I mean, that needs to change as well. So I can see that there's a huge sort of, yeah, upside down when I compare Pakistan with the UK. I can't see, if I can't see in my sort of generation, maybe third, fourth of my generation, they might see a difference there. But in my generation, the least, I can't see, yeah, that they can match up actually India, Pakistan to the Europe, or any sort of, yeah, South Far East sort of, yeah, the Korean, Japan, and all those sort of countries. So I can't see that that's going to happen in my generation, the least. Talha Binain, what is better from both, MS Advanced Practice or Direct Degree Program? Direct Degree Program, brother or sister, brother. Direct Degree Program. Go with 1 year. Thank you for that. Thank you, Anuj. And of yeah, you're still live there. So see, that's why I love Anuj as well. Basically, he's always there for me. Thank you, brothers. So have a nice, yeah, lovely day with your family and friends, and I hope to see you next week in the live session as well. Thank you very much.